Good afternoon and welcome to Wackersdorf in Germany. This is it. This is the biggest race of the year ever since September of 2016 when Paulo De Conto took the checkered flag. We have looked forward to this race in anticipation. We count down to this, the 2017 KZ World Championships. Well, good afternoon. My name is Ian Silvestrin and I am delighted to bring you our live coverage of this, the big one, the CIK FIA World Championships back in Germany for the first time since 2011. In addition, we will also bring you, in just a few moments' time, in fact, the KZ2 International Super Cup. 163 drivers from 27 nations all around the world. It's been a tremendous week, a tremendous build-up. We've had qualifying on Friday evening, 27 heats, the final of which were this morning, and now we have just 2 races left. The KZ2 International Super Cup, over 26 laps. There is the crowd building in anticipation. This will be dynamite on the bitumen here in Wackersdorf. A big crowd in attendance in Bavaria in southern Germany for this, the biggest race of the year. Well, a lot of people in attendance, a lot of VIPs, notably the CIK FIA Vice President. Not only does he hold that position, but Mr. Kees van der Green is a huge, passionate supporter of karting and sometimes a historic kart driver himself. So who better to talk to, who better to get an opinion from than Kees himself? The CIK FIA Vice President spoke to us here at Wackersdorf in Germany. Welcome back to Wackersdorf for the World Championships.
Thank you.
Kees, it's been a fantastic 2017 season and we culminate here this weekend with the KZ World title.
Well, I think you can say that 2000 was a very, very good year for CIK karting. So we had booming entries, and here at this magic facilities with 45 drivers fighting it out for the World Championship and close to 100 in the KZ2 for the Super Cup. Yeah, it's magic. So we could not have dreamed about this 2 years ago.
And also from here in 2 weeks' time, we go to England for the OK and Junior World Championships. 180 entries. Certainly the category is on the rise.
Yes, I think we finally see the good work of, for the past few years, the CIK did, and especially with the introduction of the OK engine, that really paid off now.
I have to ask you, Kees, your tip for the World Championship this afternoon?
Frankly, I have no idea. I remember last year, Paulo De Conto, he was actually already world champion. You know, you could forecast before the start of the event because he was lightning quick. But here we have maybe 7 or 8 drivers. Then on top, who all can win. And on top of that, I think the weather plays. We had dry conditions. Until now, we had some wet racing. The forecast for the final is dry, but honestly, I have no idea. I think so, and being a Dutchman, I hope there will be a Dutchman on top of the podium, and it is time because 2013, 15, so now it's 17, so every odd year a Dutchman wins, so maybe, but I have actually no clue who is going to win.
And for the future, karting certainly on the rise with the OK and the KZ categories. The CIK's plans for the years ahead?
Well, we want to build on the success of the OK now. Obviously, behind the scene, we have a few things to sort out with the KZ. We want to grow the grids, especially of the KZ, or keep the number of drivers we have today here in Wackersdorf. We want to keep them for next year for the European Championship. And I realize we have to do one and the other thing to achieve that, but we work on it.
Kees, nice to have you back here in Wackersdorf, Germany for the World Championship. Enjoy the race this afternoon.
My pleasure. Thank you.
The CIK FIA Vice President, Mr. Kees van der Green, among the huge crowd that you can see on screen as we prepare for the KZ2 International Super Cup around about 4 minutes' time from here. Well, it is not raining at the moment, unfortunately. We do have a dry track. We do hope the rain holds off. There were forecast some showers. Let's hope it doesn't play havoc. You are looking at the pole sitter, Riccardo Longhi, 2015 Italian champion, the fastest qualifier on Friday evening. He did 2 laps that were good enough for pole. Remember, there are 116 drivers here. And he did a 46.999 and a 46.998. The reigning European champion in the KZ2 category is Leon Kula. However, he has elected to race the KZ World Championship category. So instead, we spoke to his team manager, a name synonymous with motorsport, not only in Germany, but all around the world. Of course, I'm talking about the surname Schumacher. We spoke to Ralf Schumacher here this weekend at Wackersdorf. Ralf, as a German, first of all, you must be delighted to see the World Championships back here in your home country.
Well, it's always great to have the international race back in Germany, and hopefully more to come.
Ralf, 2017 has been a tremendous year so far. Of course, the highlight thus far has been Leon winning the KZ2 European Championships.
Yeah, it was certainly great for us. German driver hasn't won for, I think, more than 10 years now. So, and especially for him being so young, first international season, it was a great experience for him. And I mean, he did a great job. Although I have to say KZ2, a lot happened in this year, and he was just a bit lucky at the end at the same time.
Motorsport has changed a lot in the last quarter of a century. What stands out for you?
For me, I have to say, it became so professional, everything. I mean, especially karting now. If you look at the quality that we deliver here, the teams have to deliver now to make sure that the material is capable of winning. It's enormous. I mean, the standard of a karting team is more than a Formula 4 team sometimes, or at least a similar standard. And to some extent, the drivers, and I have to say, when we were driving, I was driving as a young guy, okay, there were not so many drivers. And now you have all those drivers putting so much effort, do so much testing, and to win now or to be in the top 5, top 10 in the WSK or the European Championship, even in DKM, is so tough now. So I'm sure all the guys that amongst the top 5 frequently, they have a good career in front of them.
And where do you see the future of the sport going in the next few years?
It's a bit difficult. I think we have to rethink a lot of things because, as I say, things get more professional. Go-karts go faster and faster, so on the safety side we need to work, on the material side we need to work, we need to listen a bit more to our customers, see what they like, what they want, because at the end of the day they pay our bills. Looking at KZ maybe for the future, things need to be changed a bit and so on. So it's going to be very, very interesting in the next 5 years.
Ralf Schumacher, thank you for joining us at the CIK World Championships, this historic event here in Germany.
Thank you.
Not only a legend of world motorsport, but a familiar face around the paddocks of CIK World Karting. Ralf Schumacher, as we mentioned, he's driving KZ2, not competing in this race. We'll see Leon Kula, the reigning European champion, in the KZ final a little later this afternoon. Well, we are ready to race. We've gone through the 27 heats, and you can see the KZ2 cuts are being pushed into life. This is it, the International Super Cup for 2017. 116 drivers from all around the world. We are down to the final 34. And Riccardo Longhi, the 2015 Italian champion, the fastest qualifier in the 1:09 Birol Art, will start this on pole position. He's alongside the Swede Benjamin Tallquist as the field work around a green circuit. It did rain overnight, remember. They're trying to get heat into those Bridgestone tyres, which will be tortured over the following 26 laps. This is the grid. Longhi in person, Zanchetta, Stell from here in Germany, Chalenta, Alex Irlando, third in the Europeans this year, Van Leven, and from Auckland in New Zealand, Daniel Bray, Alessio Piccini, and from Nice in the French Riviera, Nico Gonzalez. From Tel Aviv in Israel, Ariel Levy alongside Max Paul from here in Dresden in Germany, Tuben, Rosati, Nielsen, Alex Schmitz, Batchuska from Lithuania, the Dutchman Dylan Davies, Emil Skaris and Petra Potacek from just over the border in the Czech Republic. Hubert Petit, Giacomo Pellini, the Patrizi course driver, Troy Losco out of grid 23 in the 215 Ricardo kart, alongside Javurek, Alex Dahlberg, Rasmussen, Axel Bankston is back there on the 14th row of the grid. Alex Aru, Alessandro Pellizzari in the CKR, Moritz Horn, Dominic Schmidt in the final row of the grid, Kay Van Berlo, and grid 33, the final row, the 2011 World Cup champion, Joey Hansen. The crowd has built. We are just moments away from the first of our two races this afternoon, the KZ2 International Super Cup for 2017. 12 months ago, we were in Scandinavia, Kristianstad, Sweden, and Pedro Hiltbrand walked away with the title, driving the CRG. A lot has changed in the past 12 months. Pedro's gone green, he's racing KZ, and Riccardo Longhi will start on pole position in a few moments' time in the Birrell Art. This is the final corner of what is thankfully a dry circuit here at Wackersdorf in Germany. You are watching us live all around the world on CIKFIA.tv. Brandon Nielsen in the goal cart. Ironically, it is blue and yellow, but he has been impressive. Will the winner come from the front row, or will they come charging through from further back? 34 KZ2 rocket ships are about to launch into life here at Wackersdorf in Germany. Longhi to the left of your screen in 109, and Benjamin Tornquist on the outside of the front row. This is it, 26 laps coming your way. A good start from Tornquist, and he's got past the pole sitter. Longhi into second, almost had a look at taking the lead, but it's the CRG that will lead around the outside down into the turn 4 hairpin. Bray, a good start up into 5th spot from grid number 8 for the New Zealand driver. Alex Irlando in the Sodi cart up into 4th position. The 143 from Puglia in southern Italy as the field make their way down the hill for the first time. From Sweden, Benjamin Tornquist leads the way from Riccardo Longhi. 3rd place, Marco Zanchetta in the red Maranello cart. Irlando, that's Daniel Bray on screen. We will talk about him through the broadcast. From Auckland in New Zealand, has travelled further than anybody to compete, and is doing a fine job in P5 at the moment. Tornquist leads from Longhi, Zanchetta, Irlando, all over the back of his countryman. The Swede leads the 3 Italians. Then it's the New Zealander, Francesco Celenta from Naples in Italy, P6 in the Praga cart. Then we go to the Stellhammer, Daniel Stell in the German-made Mach 1 cart, 7th, ahead of Van Leven, Max Paul, and Nico Gonzalez, the 2nd Maranello cart in the top 10. Longhi has a look at the back of Tornquist. The front 5 starting to bunch up. Longhi very close to the back of the CRG. He has been lightning quick all this weekend. Up over the rise, Zanchetta moved down the inside by Stell, goes through on Celenta. It is still Tornquist, 0.2 of a second. Back to Longhi. Then the Maranello, Zanchetta, Irlando and Bray. Tornquist needs to get a move on. Longhi almost touched the back of the CRG there. That's Alex Irlando, 3rd in the European Championships. Not only in 2016, but 2017 as well. CPB Sports Sodi cart. Longhi now has to go defensive. Zanchetta in the Maranello in P3. Then it's Irlando in the Sodi cart. We've got 5 different manufacturers in the top 5. Edge still in the Mach 1 cart, that's 6 in the top 6. Celenta in the Praga still in 7th. Then the Energy of Van Leven, the Dutchman in 8th. Paul and Gonzalez still holds down position at 10. Now Tornquist starting to get on with it. A little wide on the exit. Zanchetta down the outside, put back to 3rd spot. Bray around the outside, almost went up into 4th spot. Longhi from pole position back into 4th. He has dominated all this weekend, but now he has a fight on his hands. They've already completed 3 laps. Benjamin Tornquist, the Swede, has built a gap of 0.4 of a second. Zanchetta now, the Maranello cart in 2nd spot. Irlando, will he make a move up the inside? Will he? What? Oh, up over the ripple strip. Zanchetta closes the door. Irlando will be slow on the exit. Fortunately for him, Longhi was too far back to capitalise. 4th, 5th, 6th gear up onto the start-finish straight. Into the very fast 5th gear right-hander down into the turn 4 hairpin. Irlando down the inside, touches with Zinqueta. Starting up now, and Tornquist is building a huge lap. A huge gap, I should say. Irlando in second spot. Still on the inside of the Maranello. What a race we've got going on here. Bray has through. Bray in the GP racing car is one step off the podium. Irlando into second place. Tornquist already with an enormous lead after 4 laps. Irlando in second. There's Zinqueta being pushed back. Van Leven goes through. There's Max Paul in the DR car. There's Tornquist. Look at the lead from the Swede. Irlando in second place. Then it's Longy Bray into P4, one step off the podium. On lap 5, this race has come alive. The CRG leads the Soddy, then the Birolart of the pole sitter. Bray, one step off the podium. Second and third, there's Irlando Longy. Bray in fourth, the Stellhammer now up into P5. The Mach 1 kart of the German has got past Chalenta, Van Leven, Pauls, and Zinqueta back to ninth. One spot ahead of his Maranello kart teammate Nico Gonzalez, still holds down position number 10. Then there's Rosati, Tuben, Davies, Javurek, Nielsen, Piccini, Polini, Petit, Pachuska, and Alex Dahlberg from Gothenburg in Sweden rounds out the 20. Tornquist, the gap 1.6 seconds, but Irlando is coming for him. The Italian just sets the fastest lap of the race, a 48.161. Still some way off their qualifying times, but that will improve. You can see the bottom left of your screen. Irlando has dispatched of Longy. Well, Longy needs to do something desperate very, very soon. He has been dominant this weekend. Fastest qualifier, he did a 46.999. The only driver under the 47-second bracket, and then a 46.998. 2 laps, good enough for pole. Won 4 of his heats. Started off pole, but you can see he holds down position number 3, and Irlando is pulling away from him. Fastest part of Wackersdorf circuit right there. Down into the very banked, steeped hairpin in turn number 4. Irlando, fastest lap last time for Zinqueta, so starting to recover. The times are coming down. There's Longy, there's Daniel Bray, Stell, Chalenta, Van Leven, Max Paul up there also. The rest of the field come pouring through. Nielsen, Piccini, Polini, Petit, Dahlberg. Bachuska back in 20th spot. One ahead of the German, Alexander Schmitz. So Bray, ahead of Stell, the local favourite. A lot of support for Mach 1. The small German manufacturer, former European champions. They want to get up on the podium. They want to win here this afternoon. But Daniel Stell is 2 steps up off the podium at the moment. Some 4 seconds off the leader, which is Benjamin Tornquist in the CRG, who is disappearing from view very rapidly. Riccardo Longy now responds. A 47.8 for the Italian. 2015 Italian champion. There's Bray in 4th. As Irlando goes down into the infield hairpin. Incredible G-forces from these karts. Somewhere up near the 3 mark. It's a very deceptive circuit, Wackersdorf. It seems tight and twisty, but it is super fast, an average speed of 93 kilometers an hour. Longy will check the gap for you. He's losing time. Irlando pulling away. He now sets the fastest tour of this race. And already we have completed 9 laps. The CRG leads the Soddy kart, leads the Birolart. There's the race leader, Benjamin Tornquist, which casts our minds back to 2006 on the podium day, when Petro Hiltbrand, also driving a CRG in 2016, he won his corresponding event at Kristianstad, Sweden. Last year, Tornquist winning this one by a pretty handy 1.4 seconds. There's Daniel Bray from Auckland in New Zealand. Of course, was in contention for the 2012 World Cup at Sarno in Italy, the 179 GP racing kart. Until on the very first lap, leading the final here, coming together with a driver you may have heard of, Max. 2 of them were out. Daniel still filthy about that. and wants to recover. He did finish third a year later at Varennes in France. He's running fourth, one step off the podium. The GP racing kart from the Cavaciuti family, mixing up the chassis manufacturers. The CRG, the Sodi kart, the Birolart run 1, 2, 3. Then it's the GP racing machine of Bray, Stell in the Mach 1, Chalenta in the Praga, Van Leven in the Energy, Zanchetta in the Maranello, Paul in the DR kart, and Gonzalez rounds out the 10. We have got 9 different manufacturers in the top 10, being led by this Benjamin Tornquist and the brand new CRG Road Rebel doing the business. He won a couple of heats yesterday. All eyes were focused on Riccardo Longhi, but he's back in third. There's Bray. Chalenta now up into 5th spot. So he has got by the German Stell. Daniel in the 168 Mach 1 kart, back to 6th. Head of Van Leven, who's aiming for a podium here this afternoon in the Energy kart. There is the Dutchman, head of the Maranello kart. Max Paul goes through. Tubin and Davies, the Dutchman in 11 and 12. Followed by Rosati, Javurek, Pacini's in 15th spot. So Phil comes streaming onto the start-finish straight here at Wackersdorf. The gap is 1.1 seconds. Irlando is now catching the Swedish driver. He does have time. At the end of this one, we will have passed half race distance. It is 1.1 seconds between Benjamin Tornquist and Alex Irlando. And Riccardo Longhi puts in the fastest first sector of the entire race. He wants to drag himself into this battle, as does Daniel Bray. The Kiwi sits 1.6 seconds behind the Italian in the Birolart. The fastest part of the circuit, 147 k's an hour right there. Before they break down into this very banked, steep turn 4 hairpin at Wackersdorf. You can see Longhi now starting to close in. There's Bray. Dell wants to get back P5. Still Van Leven in 7th. Behind Stell in the Mach 1 kart. Dominic Javurek, meanwhile, the driver from just Republic, has come storming up through the field. He's in 14th spot, having started near on the back of the grid. The only retirements so far are Alex Dahlberg from Sweden and the driver from Tel Aviv in Israel, Ariel Levy, leaving us with 32 runners. We've now passed half race distance. The gap is down to 0.6 of a second. Alex Irlando with a 47.5 took 0.4 of a second out of the race leader Tornquist last time round. The Italian is storming up through the field. In the Sodi kart, what a tremendous lap from Alex. Here he comes. We've got a race, ladies and gentlemen. Tornquist had a second on this man on screen, Alex Irlando, last time round. Now it's down to 0.6. Up over the rise. Longhi goes through. Here they come, 4th, 5th, 6th gears. As I say, 147 k's an hour. There's Bray, Chalenta, Stell. The gap this time, it took another 10th out of him. You can see the gap is down to no more than about 10 metres. Irlando, it's much easier to chase than it is to lead. Tornquist has done a superb job up until this point, but in a few moments' time, he will come under tremendous pressure from the driver from Bari in southern Italy. Sodi kart here in force this weekend, the French manufacturer in Germany. They want to win. Their boy running second. There's Longhi, the Birolart, the fastest qualifier. Struggling to keep touch. He needs the leaders, Tornquist and Irlando, to fight amongst themselves to bring himself up into the battle. The gap is down to 0.3 of a second. He takes another 0.2 of a second out of the Swede last time round. Almost on the tail of the CRG. Here comes Irlando. 47.5 as opposed to a 47.7. Has Tornquist set up his kart to come on too early? Certainly can't say that about Irlando. He is coming on strong in the later parts of this race. 10 laps to go. The KZ2 International Super Cup. from here in Wackersdorf, Germany. You are watching us live all around the world on CIKFIA.tv. Up over the rise. The final corner up through the gearbox. Tornquist a little bit wide that time. The gap was 0.3. It's down to 0.2. A 47.7 for Ilando. Longy, 0.6 of a second, back behind his countryman. Still Bray holds P4 as Tornquist has to go defensive. Up the inside, Irlando made half a move, it didn't pay off, and that has indeed dragged Longy into the equation. For the attack, it has come early. There is still time. This is lap 17 of 26. Irlando looks behind. Half a move, and it will cost him. He has to regather everything up and try again. The race is now on. The battle is on. Look how close they are. I don't need to tell you the time difference. You can see it. 1, 2, and 3 on your screen. Down into turn number 3, the hairpin. The CRG balanced on the edge of grip. Here at Wackersdorf, the Soddy kart from CPB Sport. Team manager Paul Bizalion, the Frenchman, watching on nervously from pit lane. His boy from Italy, looking at a spectacular victory if he can get past the CRG of the Swede, who continues to lead here in Germany. He looks behind him, does Tornquist. Goes defensive. Irlando's right there. This is a passing opportunity coming up right now, but he's too far back. Longy watches on in P3. 8 laps remaining. Up over the rise. The final corner. And again up through the gearbox. 4th, 5th, 6th. And well over 140 k's an hour through the flat out kink. Here comes Irlando. Tornquist struggling through that corner. Uses every bit of the racetrack and then some. Longy on the back of his countryman Irlando. The Swede leads the 2 Italians. The CRG leads the Soddy kart and the Birolart. 7 laps now remaining. The KZ2 International Super Cup for 2017. Live from Wackersdorf here in Germany. Tornquist over the ripple strip. Irlando so late under brakes. Passing opportunity, but again, Tornquist is quick through that part of the circuit. Chalenta, meanwhile, I can tell you, has got past Daniel Bray, the driver of the Praga. From Naples, is into 4th. Head of Bray, Zanchetta is in 6th. We go back to the lead. Tornquist watching through here, a tighter line from Irlando. He will accelerate and go very late under brakes. Almost touches the back of the CRG. Longy would have seen that. The laps are starting to run out. Irlando did make half a move a few tours ago. Tornquist was wise to it. Finished 3rd at this event last year. Wants to win it, is leading it. The CRG from Sweden. Here comes Irlando. Will he make the move? Again, good horsepower from Tornquist, the TM-powered CRG. Irlando cannot get close enough. A wider line, but it is working for him. Irlando, this is where the CRG is nervous though. A tight line from the Soddy kart, closes up under brakes. Tornquist goes defensive. Will the move come? It has to sooner or later. We are down to 5 laps to go. We have a nail biter on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. The KZ2 International Super Cup for 2017. Over the ripple strip, over the runoff area. Down the hill they come. Tornquist has to use all the bitumen here in Wackersdorf. Irlando is closer. This is a passing opportunity. Again, he's too far back, or is he? No, down the inside. Cannot pull it off. Looks behind him. Tornquist closes the door. Does not let the Italian through. Longy saw all that. That was almost a disaster for Alex Irlando. That is twice he has tried to get past the Swede, but cannot do it. A brilliant drive from Benjamin Tornquist, holding off Irlando and Riccardo Longy. They are now starting to throw everything at the CRG from Sweden. They have to get past him. The crowd on the edge of their feet here. Down the hill they go. Tornquist, a good run that time. He looks behind. Irlando closes up under brakes, but good horsepower again on the exit from Tornquist. Longy just watches, waiting for the move. He's running out of time. 3 laps to go at the end of this tour. The gap officially 0.2 of a second. The CRG down the hill. Here comes Longy. So Benjamin Persson, Tornquist in the CRG. He looks behind him one more time. They are starting to run out of time now. Up over the rise. He's done a superb job to hold them off. Watch Longy in third spot. He will have to make the move on Irlando if he can get past. If he's going to win this race, the Birolart that has dominated. Benjamin Persson, Tornquist, Longy down the inside. That's actually cost Longy. So the Birolart back in third spot. Irlando is close though, only a 10th behind this time. 1.5 laps to go. I can tell you the last lap board is being readied. They've completed 24. This is the 25th they are on. Irlando, the move will come surely. He's close to the back of the CRG. Persson Tornquist looks behind. He goes defensive. Irlando's back into this. Up over the rise they go. That's a passing opportunity. He's not close enough. They accelerate. They get the last lap board this time round. Benjamin Persson Tornquist from Sweden in the CRG, looking at victory here if he can hold on for 1,190 metres. He looks behind. The move will come from Irlando, be assured. He closes the door. Watch Longy in P3. The CRG, the Soddy, the Birolart. We have got a nail biter here in Germany. Down the hill they come, through the right, left. Tornquist a little bit slow on the exit. Irlando tries to pull in. The CRG goes defensive. The move will come right here from Irlando. Down the inside, can he make it stick? The CRG covers the door. Around the outside, up over the hill. Down the inside, Alex Irlando takes him. On the inside, they touch. Watch long, it's a drag race to the line. Who has won? Alex Irlando on the final corner has taken victory in the KZ2 International Super Cup. What a tremendous finish to one of the most spectacular races you will ever see. Alex Irlando, with 50 metres to go to the checkered flag, dove down the inside of the CRG and has taken victory. The Swede Benjamin Persson Tornquist is furious. You can see the CRG, he has finished second, 0.049 of a second behind the Italian. Longy was third, Chalenta fourth from Zanchetta. We'll get to the rest of the results in a moment, but there is the race winner, the KZ2 International Super Cup. The driver from Bari, Puglia in southern Italy, into the final corner on the final lap. Let's take a look at the replay. Down the inside, well, the Swede left the door open. This is where it got controversial. They touched. The CRG pushed the back of the Soddy cut. It was a drag race, side by side, up through the gearbox. They touch Bridgestone tyres again to the line. Tornquist Persson, not happy about that. He finishes second by 0.049 of a second. Alex Irlando, who missed the final last year due to tyre choice, has won a spectacular victory here in Germany. The crowd on their feet. An amazing finish. And Irlando has won by, look at that, 0.049 of a second from Benjamin Persson Tornquist. Riccardo Longy, the 2015 Italian champion, finishes in third spot. That's a good podium. He will be disappointed after dominating most of the weekend. Chalenta, an excellent result for the Praga team driver. He was fourth from Zanchetta, Van Leven sixth. Still, the first local driver, he was seventh, ahead of Gonzalez, Maximilian Paul, and Fabrizio Rosati. Good drive from Fabrizio to round out the 10. Incredible scenes here at Wackersdorf in Germany. An amazing finish to an amazing race. We started with 116 drivers. We got down to the final 34. It came down to the final corner, and Alex Irlando has covered himself in glory here at Wackersdorf. Irlando in the Sodi Kart wins from the Swede Benjamin Persson Tornquist, and Riccardo Longhi finishes in third. There is the podium you can see to the centre right of your screen. Two Italians will join a Swede on the podium in a few moments. We will hear from all three of them and get their comments over, let's be honest, what was a controversial final corner here, the KZ2 International Super Cup. Stay with us. You are watching the KZ World Championships presented by the CIK FIA live from Wackersdorf in Germany. The podium presentations coming up in just a few moments.
gewonnen. David Euphorie, er ist hier auch noch am Start. Er Viermal-Champion, Adigo dreimal, Lammers einmal und Joey Hansen einmal 2011. Wir gehen jetzt live ab in die Siegerehrung vom Livestream und TV. Ist hier, bitteschön.
Dankeschön, René. What an incredible finish to an incredible race. Here at Wackersdorf in Germany, we wait for the drivers to make their way up to the podium. 116 drivers. We got down to the final 34, and it came down to the final corner. You saw it all live right here on CIKFIA.tv. We wait for the drivers to make their way up to the podium. Two Italians and a Swede came down to the final corner. Just up here with the Vice President of the CIK FIA, Mr. Case van der Greet, and he just told me that is why karting is the best. You saw it, the final corner, a place of the circuit where it's very difficult to pass, and Irlando did just that. He missed the final last year in Sweden due to tyre choice. Has he made up for it in 2017 or what? Drivers making their way up to the podium to rapturous applause. A tremendous scene here at Wackersdorf. Don't forget the big one, the KZ World Championship, coming your way in just a few moments at the completion of this one. The drivers up here absolutely exhausted. We will hear from them in a moment, the official podium presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. Let's hear it for the driver who broke the 47-second bracket to take pole position. He's finished third for Birolard from Italy, Riccardo Longhi. What an incredible race. What an incredible drive. A huge round of applause for the driver from Sweden. For CRG in second place, Benjamin Persson. Ladies and gentlemen, we go back to Kristianstad 2016, and this driver missed the final. He didn't qualify. Has he made up for it in 2017? The winner of the International Super Cup for CPB Team Sodicat from Italy, Alex Irlando! And representing the winning team, Sodicat Racing Team, Mr. Julien Dexnier. As we stand by for the national anthem of Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, the podium for the KZ2 International Super Cup. I would like to call on Mr. Alexander Geyer, Head of Organisation for DMSB, to present the third place trophy to Riccardo Longhi. The sports president of ACV, Mr. Detlef Kramp, to present the second place trophy to Benjamin Tonquist Persson. And the vice president of the CIK FIA, Mr. Case van der Greet, to present the winning trophy to Alex Irlando. And the sports president of the ADAC here in Germany, Mr. Hermann Tomcic, to present the winning team's trophy to Julien Dexnier of Sodicat Racing. As the girls step in to present the flowers to third place, Riccardo. second place Benjamin, and the winner Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, your podium, the KZ2 International Super Cup for 2017. Benjamin, Ricardo, and Alex, there's 3 bottles down below. If you want to feel free to spray, go ahead. We'll step in for a quick word. Gee, I'm glad. Usually we have a shower after this. You can do this after. Not now. Va bene per me, meglio. Third place, Riccardo Longhi. Sappiamo volevi vincere dopo aver fatto pole venerdì sera. Hai fatto un bel weekend, terzo sul podio. We know you wanted to win after you took pole position, but congratulations, third in the podium this afternoon.
Sì, è mancata la finale, purtroppo col mio stile di guida fatico tantissimo con la pista sgommata e scivolavo da tutte le parti, ma perché sbagliavo io e non riesco ad adattarmi a questa condizione, ma sono contento perché ieri ho vinto tutte le manche e in qualifica ho fatto la pole position, e non mi aspettavo neanche di andare forte sull'acqua, ieri ho vinto anche 2 manche sull'acqua e mi dispiace per la birra e per dal dosso di non aver portato a casa la vittoria, ma più di così non potevo fare.
Bravo, complimenti, Ricardo. We move to second place, Benjamin Tornquist. A brilliant race up until the last corner. Everyone wants to know what happened.
Yeah, I did a very big mistake. I forgot to close in the last corner, and that cost me the win.
It was a good weekend up until that point.
Yeah, the final was very good, and the weekend has been good. The best in my career, but the win I always want to have, and I lost it to the last corner.
Thank you, Benjamin. We go on to our race winner, Alex Irlanda. We go back in time, 2016. Kristianstad, you missed the final due to tyre choice. You made up for it today. Congratulations.
Thanks. It was an amazing race. Start 16 final. I think it's the difficult race of my life because I lose 1 second and a half. But I have to rescue and they try. In the last lap, he make mistakes in the last hairpin, and they say, okay, in the last corner you have to try. And I don't know. I try, and they say, okay, if it's good, it's good. If it's if it's don't go, okay. But it's go, and I win the championship. So it's an amazing feeling. Thanks to all the Sodicart, to my family, to Galifa Racing TM. Thanks. Mussolini, ce l'abbiamo fatta?
Bravissimo, complimenti. The winner, Alex Irlanda of the KZ2 International Super Cup. Now, if you want to spray this, actually, we'll just wait one moment. We've got one slight presentation to make. The girls to step in and present the Avio Milano timepieces and the Panta fuel vouchers. You can give them a shower in a moment. To Ricardo, Benjamin, and Alex. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your podium, the KZ2 International Super Cup.